Well, I thank the gentleman for yielding. Mr. Speaker, I rise in favor of the rule and the underlying legislation. Since the beginning of this Congress, we have devoted ourselves most prominently to a single goal: making Washington work for the people again. And there is one thing here in Washington that consistently stands against our people, our economy, and our Constitution: the federal bureaucracy. These agencies, bureaus, and departments, so numerous that nobody even knows how many there are. They spend their lives thinking up new rules, and the rules they produce weigh down businesses, destroy jobs, and limit American rights. Career bureaucrats who can't be voted out of office wield punishing authority with little to no accountability. They are agents of the status quo, and the revolving door of federal employees moving to lobbying arms and consulting firms breed thousands of regulations that enrich the connected and powerful, sometimes at the great expense of the average American. This is the swamp. This is what opposes the people, and we are draining it. In recent weeks, this House has already started our two-part plan. To strip the bureaucracy of the power, we started to change the structure in Washington by passing the REINS Act and the Regulatory Accountability Act. This week, we begin Part 2, targeting specific rules and stripping them from the books. Now, there has been no industry in America more regulated than energy. We're going to use the Congressional Review Act to repeal the stream protection rule that could destroy tens of thousands of mining jobs and put up to 64% of our country coal reserves off limits. Then we'll take on President Obama's 11th hour BLM methane emissions requirements. The oil and gas industry in America has already drastically reduced methane emissions, even while increasing output. And the EPA already has the authority to regulate air emissions. Instead of helping the environment, this rule could cost America energy industry up to $1 billion by 2025, and force smaller operations, especially out west, to shut down and lay off employees. So this Friday, the House will get rid of it. We'll also take the axe to the SEC disclosure rule, which, and now if you can believe it, targets publicly traded American energy companies with even more regulatory compliance while letting foreign companies off the hook. Washington should put American companies first, not put them at a disadvantage to their foreign competitors. But, Mr. Speaker, it's not just energy. That would be bad enough. But under President Obama, the bureaucracy has even threatened our basic constitutional rights. A new rule from the Social Security Administration would increase scrutiny on up to 4.2 million disabled Americans if they attempt to purchase firearms, for the completely unrelated circumstance of having someone help manage your finances. Social Security recipients could be kept from exercising their Second Amendment rights. And in an effort to due process, the bureaucracy has even attempted to blacklist from federal contracts any business accused of violating labor laws. And that could be before the company has a chance to defend itself in court. Every single one of these will be gone. With a vote in the House, a vote in the Senate, and the signature of President Trump, we'll get rid of every one of these job-killing and destructive regulations. The House is always at the service of the people. Now we're making the bureaucracy serve the people too. I yield back.
California.